Yes guys, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video. The winning streak comes to an end. Isaac's scoring streak comes to an end. And we were pretty much battered at St. James. Well, we were. We were bullied. We were embarrassed. Bournemouth, very much the deserved winners today. 4-1 in the end. And you could argue that was like an accurate scoreline. They scored 2 goals right at the end, but we were so far off the mark today. I will caveat the fact that the referee was dreadful. Really, they pushed, pinched, bullied, fouled us all day today. And you can point at the fact that the referee let them do it. Like, it was literally 20 minutes to go when the ref finally started to book their players. But what are we doing? You know, we've had teams in the past. Who was it recently? Arsenal? Can't remember who we played recently where there was so much online about Joe Linton being the beast, kicking them all over. Teams, you know, that's meant to be us. We're meant to be the team who are intense, tackle, bully, foul. Didn't do that today. And yes, you can point at the referee for not managing the game better. Like, end of the first half, the game the referee just lost all control of the game. Joe Linton, and I will actually pick Joe Linton out as being one of the players that I thought did all right for us today. He continued to battle on. I don't know if he was fueled a little bit by their players, kind of, as I say, trying to give a little bit back. But I thought he really put himself about today. Really put himself in. I thought Bruno did well in trying to create. But our forward line today of Murphy, Isaac, Gordon was poor. I should add as well, I'm sorry this video's up a little bit late. As you might understand, I was not quite feeling standing around in the cold outside of St. James's Park, so I did go for a couple of beers, and I've just got home. So I think it will be a quiet Saturday night in, not the 10 games in a row win. And that's the thing. I don't begrudge us losing this game. Sorry, I should say that in a better way. 9 games in a row, winning 9 games in a row in Premier League level is like insane, really. Like, that's so good. And we knew that somewhere along the line it would probably fall off. And going to the game today, I was actually hoping that I could leave and say 10 games undefeated, you know, and it may be a draw again. And people saying, oh, it's just Bournemouth, like, oh, we'll beat them. They were really good today. They were really good. They were well set out. They had our number. They pressed really quickly at the start. I think a lot of our games and a lot of our momentum is built on us getting the early goal and us taking control of the game. The moment, and we did fire back and we did make it 1-1, but like the way the game played out, they went hard early. They pressed us early. They caught us sleeping. They scored in 6 minutes. And from that point on, it kind of played in their hands. I gave Wolves credit in the midweek. I said Wolves, 3-0 scoreline. I think it was probably right because we did play better than Wolves did. But they set out well and they chased us all game. And we still managed to get a 3-0 win. Today was very similar, but Bournemouth had more quality going forward than Wolves. Bournemouth punished us. Wolves had a few chances where they smashed the ball wide of the post. I need to watch the goals back. Some of them looked a bit soft. Maybe that's harsh on Dubravka, but we were standing off them. I think it was like the 3rd goal. They just wandered through, and not a single one of our players put a serious attempt on actually trying to win the ball. Just kind of like standing around them, just like watching. But yeah, they got the early goal. We got the goal back. I thought for around 15 minutes in the first half, we looked like we were really switched on. We were intense again. We were pushing the ball forward. Bruno header. It was a corner ball. In play, opportunities today were so low. Isaac was so removed from the game. They pressed and pushed us, Dubravka, Dan Burn and Shaw or Botman or whoever at the back getting pressed. Like, that was our worst nightmare. And we're still trying to pass it around, just lump it long to Isaac. Let's get the ball into their half. Trying to persist at this passing the ball around the back. I know Dubravka might be better with his feet than Nick Pope. But, he's not, Messi. Like, stop giving Dubravka the ball when he's got a player running at him. Trippier gives, was it for the second goal? I think it was. I think Trippier or Burn rolls the ball into their forward and he just slams it in the bottom corner. Like, it's such a waste, so wasteful today. Trying to find passes that weren't on. They were just at the races today and we weren't. A big part of why we couldn't find passes. And again, Bruno getting the ball fired. I think there's a criticism of Bruno could be that he held onto the ball a lot today, but at least he was in it. At least he was trying to make things happen. Bournemouth did a really good job of kind of having a back three into a back five, into a three, press. Hall and Livramento today just looked off it. And I think it's because they couldn't handle the press. Lewis Hall, one of the most composed players for us all season, on the ball, taking this, just couldn't get into it. Gordon didn't help, like, Christ. I don't think Gordon gave any defensive support to Hall all day today and could not cross the ball to save his life. So he wasn't doing anything either end. So that wasn't helping him. But yeah, I think just a lot of it played into... You can talk about misplaced passes. You can talk about, how many opportunities we make. I think so much of it just like derives from the fact that they were honest. They pressed us at the back. The wing backs pushed, press. And then when it went the other way, they were so quick to react with 3 defenders and the 2 full-backs. So every time Isak's getting marked by 3 centre-backs, they were happy to just kind of allow the crosses to come in. Like, our best opportunities, and we're trying to run into the box and just crowded us out. Didn't leave any room. When they let us have space, Gordon couldn't get it past the first man, or it was hit all the way to the back. Like, our best chance today really was kind of, and I think that's why we brought Trippier on, was to try and deliver some quality balls in the box, and we didn't. That's why our chances today was so low, because the quality of deliveries, etc., was poor. But they turned up, in our backyard and bullied us all over the pitch. I think that's probably the thing that gets me the most. You can talk about misplaced passes, bad deliveries, just not at the races in terms of like creation. But what you can't do is wander into that game and just assume. And I wouldn't say that was the case. I'd like to not think that was the case. I don't think that's how Eddie Howe sets up his teams, to walk in with 1-9, we're going to win 10. Like, I don't feel that was... I like to hope that wasn't the case. Do you put it down to tiredness? Do you put it down to fatigue? Do you put it down to just maybe a bit of that? Early kickoff, we're going to beat these? Or was it just the fact that they scored within 4 minutes and we're going, oh my God, like, what do you do now? Like, they had a game plan. Their game plan was to beat us. That was the thing. They beat us our own game. You talk, as I say, teams say that Newcastle aren't everyone's favourite second team anymore because we're actually coming in and we're kicking lumps out of people. We are, taking fouls, making fouls. They were better at it than we were. And yes, you could argue that the referee was poor, and I think they should have been, like, punished earlier, a lot earlier, and given out yellow cards, because that was what hurt us today, basically, was the ref just let them get away with everything. But if they're getting away with it, we should do it back. Not whimper about it. So that was the thing that got me today, was just that we sat and we took it, we let them kick us all over. And when we got the free kicks, they were terrible. Isak there's one, I've rattled on for a while now. This will be my final point. Edge of the box. Why the hell's Trippier not taking it? Is Trippier not like the man who scored like 5-6 free kicks for us not that long ago? Why is he like taking a hit it straight in the wall? So many times they were wasting time. They were taking ages. We finally got the free kick. We do nothing with it. Like, every time we had a chance to do something with the ball today, we just totally fluffed it. And otherwise we were getting kicked to shreds. So yeah. As I say, if we were going to win every game from now until the end of the season, I would have been very impressed. So I think it was going to come eventually. In that manner, though, is the why it's just so frustrating. I'm honestly embarrassed and bullied today. For me, really, really... a bigger Bournemouth, though. Like, that's the thing. They fully deserved it. I'm not going to sit here and say it was because we were bad, because they were good. They were really good. Possibly, the best performance from a team we've seen at St. James's Park this season. Like, they were all over it. They had our number today. But we've got to be better. We've got to compete, not just as soon as a team turns up who actually wants to play us, you know, because they were not bothered by the atmosphere, St James's Park. You know, you think like about the Arsenal game, the Chelsea game. We turned up and they were almost like deer in the headlights. Oh my God, the roar of St James's and our pressure totally like helped us. This game was the total opposite. They turned up, it was like we didn't know how to handle a team who actually turns up and actually gives you a game. So well done, Bournemouth. Bad from Newcastle. We've got a week off now. It's been a busy schedule, 3 home games in a row. We've got a week and then it's Southampton away. We need to basically go into Southampton like how Bournemouth came to us. We need to go down there and show them like what we can do. Not, you know, wandering, expecting to win. Thoughts and comments down below. Who was do you want to give us a man of the match? Probably not. Probably one of their players. I think the referee was definitely on their side today, which didn't help. I think Joe Linton was probably one of the standouts who really gave it a go today, but there was a lot of absent players. Isaac just wasn't in the game. And that's the thing. You don't want him to come short because you want him to be in the box. But then when he's in the box and we're creating nothing, then he's not involved whatsoever. Murphy was off the mark. Like, the amount of times that when we got on the counter and just took ages. And Gordon's going from 1-on-1s to 4-on-1s because he's taking so long. Like, he was not in the game today. I'm going to stop. Thank you all for watching. Enjoy what's left of your weekend. Frustrating one, I know. Let's hope, you know, the transfer market can wake up a little bit. It doesn't look like it's going to. But I think we could deal with it. You saw it off the bench today. That's the worry. Obviously, I think it's time for Miggy to go. He wasn't involved today. He wouldn't, even if he stayed, he wouldn't be involved. But if you're going to let Miggy go and Gordon's having a game like that, who do you bring on? There's nobody to bring on. I'm still going. We're trying to make changes. Put Joe Linton right wing. Put Asula in the middle, I think. Like, Eddie Howe's is doing anything at this point to just try and make something happen. But it didn't help. It made us worse. Conceded more goals. I think that was the thing when Bournemouth are up. And look, Bournemouth are doing really well this season. As I say, it's not just today they've been good. They've been good all season. Big up to them. We're trying to make changes to make things work. We're trying to press. And then you end up with Shaw at the back 1-on-1. I think Dubravka made a couple of saves today. But like the last goal, just wanders in the box, does a couple of step overs and just puts it in the corner. Like, anyone going to bother with that one? Right, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Thoughts and comments on the game down below. No doubt there'll be plenty going on this week off the field. So if you're not subscribed, if you have watched the end of this 13-minute video of me somewhat waffling, somewhat ranting, you can see why maybe it's a good job I didn't stay out in the cold because I would have had frostbite by the time this video ended. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you later.